I couldn't figure out how to download a screen recorder, but these are my annotations to reach Japan. For the first one that I did, or one that really stood out to me was the smile for his wife seemed hopeful and trusting with some sort of determination about it. I wrote that this seems like Peter is a great husband to Greta and a good father to Katie, and that he's very hopeful and trusting with his wife. Yeah, and then for the next one, I wrote these. One that stood out to me was with the train window between them and Katie never allowing the waving to slow down. They indulged in looks of comic or indeed insane goodwill. She thought how nice looking he was and how he seemed to be so aware of it. So I kind of thought the train window is like a symbol of Greta and Peter's relationship. How like looking through a window, it can seem like pretty clear and good, but there's still like a barrier between them in the relationship. And then for this one, I wrote a theme about women in society, and like also wrote like that during this time that women were expected to stay home with their children and men were like expected to work. So I put a theme for women in society that Greta might be struggling with her passion of poetry because of how the world views and limits women. And then for this, I did a theme of identity. Greta seems like she's trying to balance her passion and being a good wife and a mother to Katie. Balancing the two might be the reason why she has trouble finding her identity. And then for this, when Greta's like at the party, she feels pretty awkward and like doesn't really know anyone there, so she's having a hard time socializing with people. I felt like I could relate to her in that moment because I've been in plenty of situations and been to plenty of events where I felt like an outsider. And then this is when she meets Harris. Everyone at the party pretty much doesn't want to talk to her, excludes her, but he's the first man or first person to actually seem interested in talking to her. I also went back to the theme of identity. Greta's identity as a poet is important to her, but at the same time she feels self-conscious about it. I feel like pretty surprised when Harris mentions that he wants to kiss Greta after he just like mentioned he has like a whole family and that their mom is like in a mental hospital and stuff. But yeah. And then when Greta and Katie are leaving from the train station, I thought it was interesting that how like the train was moving away represents how their family is being separated and Greta and Peter are kind of moving apart from each other. Then right here, Katie's really focused on finding her dad, but before this, Greta was very focused on finding Harris and where he's from. Just a few more annotations. Right here, I thought it was interesting and kind of wrote a question why Greta feels like she has to save herself up. And then here's a time where Greta shared a part of her past where she felt guilty. There's a theme of guilt and regret. also thought I was surprised to hear or to read that Kitty went missing. Thought that was pretty cool plot twist. And then she ends up finding Katie. And then after that, she realizes that poetry might be something that she has to give up on, because after losing Katie, she felt like she should strive to be a better mother to her. And yeah, the last ones. Okay, thank you.